Welcome to interview practice session day 2.
Let's begin. First question, tell me about yourself.
Hey, my name is Dipanshu. I am a full stack developer from Delhi. I completed my diploma in computer engineering from AIT, followed by my graduation in BCA. After that, I joined IntelliPath full stack development course, and now I am focused on MERN Stack Development. Mm, I use React and Tailwind for my front end, Node.js and Express for my backend, and for my database, I use MongoDB with SQL. One of my recent projects is personal finance tracking app that extract data from PDF and so categorize spending through visual representation on dashboard. Right now, I am improving my backend skills and working on enhancing my communication, aiming for a full-time role in full stack development.
Thank you for that detailed introduction. Now, why do we need closure?
A, a closure is a feature in JavaScript that where an inner function can access the variable of its outer function even after the outer function has finished their executions. And we need closure to create private variables, to avoid using global variables, to store data between function calls, and to create functions with remembered values.
Thank you for explaining that. Now, what is the difference between var, let, and const?
Mm, the main difference between well and const is where is well defined in early JavaScript and let and const introduced in ES6. Where is reassigned or redeclared while let and const are not. Let is reassigned but can't be redeclared, and const is neither redeclared or nor reassigned. All of them are hosted, but where is initialized with hosted and initialized with undefined. On the other hand, Latin coast hosted but remain in temporal dead zone.
Got it. Now tell me about the context API.
Context API is a feature in React that allows us to share common data across multiple components without passing proofs manually at every level. In other words, we can say that the context API is used to avoid probe drilling by allowing us to share a common data across multiple components. And we need and it is commonly context API is commonly used in for authentications, mm, themes, language selection, and user information.
Thank you for that explanation. Now, what is the difference between a stream and a buffer?
The main difference between stream and buffer is that is how they process data. A buffer load entire data before processing into memory before processing it, whereas stream process chunk by chunk data without load entire data into memory. Because of this, stream is more memory efficient and faster than buffer. Stream is suitable for large amount of data, while buffer is used or suitable for small amount of data. For example of stream is to watch a video online, and for a buffer example, it is to download it offline and then watch it.
Thank you for that comparison. Now, tell me about deadlock and its four conditions.
A deadlock is a situation where two or more than two process wait for each other, keep waiting for each other for their executions, and none of them can able to continue their execution. This usually happen when there are when two or more than two process are waiting for each other, holding a resource and waiting for another resource that is held by another process. And there are mainly four conditions for deadlock. First one is mutual exclusion. That means that each resource can be used by only one process at a time. Second one is hold and wait. Each process holding a resource and waiting for another resource for performing their executions. Third one is no preemption. A resource is cannot taken by forcefully from a process. And fourth one is circular wait. In a circular wait, a process A is wait for process B wait for process C, and process C wait for process A for their execution. Thank you.
Thank you for completing all the answers. Let me give you my feedback now.
First, your technical knowledge was
Generally strong, but a couple of definitions could be tightened. Communication-wise, you're clear, but slowing down slightly could help with clarity. Confidence is improving. Good job. I'd score this session a 7.5 out of 10. Keep refining concise examples, and you're on track.
Okay, thank you.